Girona dropped points over in La Liga, but of course remain tip at the top of the table. But what's going to go on this weekend? We're going to take a little look next. Prediction video today. We'll take a look at match number 21, that's right, over in Spain, and we'll get to that in a second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button, bang on to see all things La Liga related, Blabbing Rovers related, world football related. We're going to all hit boys under one Ruski, that's right, of course, La Liga. Bit of a break, a bit of a weird weekend this past weekend with some of the big boys in action in another competition, the cup competition, of course, but there were some games, and of course, we're going to go over them in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs, they are the patrons, you know who you are. But we're back, full fixture list, so let's, of course, remind ourselves of what went on last round. Now, again, we are still not really settled down from our Christmas break, and a lot of things are going all over the place, so we've not got the Super Brew update just yet, but that still goes on behind the scenes, so make sure you keep on doing that, and eventually, hopefully in the next week or two, we should be back to normality. But these are the games that did take place. What was it, about 7 of them? So Sevilla did lose to Alaves 3-2 in the end. Big win for them on the road. Villarreal with a 3-0 loss to Las Palmas. What a shocker that was. Meanwhile, Mallorca and Celta Vigo did duke it out to a 1-1 draw. I got the one spot on the nose. Sociedad with a loss to Bilbao, 2-0 was my pick. 2-1 it was. Final score there. Real Betis with a 1-win over Granada. I went with a 3-1 win myself. Almeria and Girona, what a shocker that was. 0-0 in the end, but still, of course, Girona with a point in the bag to move top of the table. I think that is outright as well. And then wrapping it up there, Valencia, big 4-1 win over Cadiz. Of course, the likes of Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, all in action in the Copa del Rey, over in Saudi Arabia. But of course, they are going to be back into action in quick time. So let's have a look then at, of course, the situation in the table. The table looks like this right now, where, of course, Girona top the table with just 1 point. One defeat as well so far this season. Real Madrid just 1 point off, game in hand, actually, so to look to try and make up amends this coming weekend. Going down right now is Cadiz, Granada and Almeria. So we'll see if that still changes or still the same when we come back around for these next round of games. Now, they are coming at you right here, right now. So let's get into it, of course, this weekend. Of course, Friday the 19th of Jan will kick us all off with Alaves against Cadiz then, shall we? So let's get into this one then, shall we? Of course, now these two sides have played each other 15 times in 2003. We've got 3 wins for Alaves, 5 wins for Cadiz, and we've got 7 draws, of course. Alaves on the back of with the biggest win, 2-0 win for them, scoring 12 goals in 15 games, 0.80 goals a game on average. Cadiz, though, on the flip side, 3-1 win, their biggest, scoring 15 goals in 15 games. You can do the math on that one, surely. Cadiz, though, without a win in the last 8 games, goodness gracious me, 25% form. They are 18th with 15 points to the board. Up against the Alaves side, 42% form for them right now. What we're looking at, unbeaten in the last 3 games. Of course, 13th for the table with 20 points all season long. Of course, last time around, though, over in Alaves, it was a 1-0 win for Cadiz back in May 2022. They did play each other on the matchday opening day, of course, back in August, and it was a 1-0 win for Cadiz. So back-to-back wins for them so far, looking for a three-peat. In fact, back-to-back games without conceding a goal against them. 5-4 on is your Alaves here. 12-5 is the draw here. 4-1 is your away win, which is, of course, Cadiz. Going to go with a 1-1 draw here, all points split right in the middle, as of course all eyes will be on that game come Friday night. Next up we have Vallecano up against Las Palmas coming at you at the Estadio de Vallecas, that's right. Played each other 26 times, these two sides, in 1987, got 8 wins apiece and 10 draws, of course. The biggest win for Vallecano was a 2-0 win. They got 28 goals in those 26 games, 1.08 goals a game on average. Meanwhile, Las Palmas, their biggest win, 3-0 win. They've got 27 goals in those 26 matches, 1.04 goals on average. 42% no form for Las Palmas at the moment. Just 1 win in the last 5. They are 9th with 28 points on the board. Good season so far for them at the moment. Meanwhile, Vallecano, back-to-back wins for them. They are 11th with 23 points on the board. And of course, coming at you last time around at Vallecano, it was a 2-0 win for the hosts way back in December 2020. In fact, they're unbeaten in the last 6, picking up 3 wins and 3 draws against their opposition. But the odds here, 2019 on is your Vallecano. 23-10 is, of course, the draw, and 10-3 is your away win here. 2-1 win for me for Vallecano. Take the points, and of course, moving the chains as well. Bilbao. Granada up against Atletico Madrid, of course, coming at you this coming Saturday at the Estadio Nuevo Los Caminas. That's right. Played each other 19 times since 2011. We've got just one win for Granada, 14 wins for Atletico, and we've got 4 draws. Of course, the biggest win for Granada was a 2-1 win. They've got 8 goals in those 19 games, 0.42 goals a game on average. Atletico, though, 7-1 win, their biggest, scored 40 goals in 19 matches, 2.11 goals a game heading into this one, though. Atletico Madrid, 42% form for them. They are 5th right now in the table with 38 points on the board. Up against the Granada side, just 1 win in 6, 25% form for them. They are 19th with 11 points heading into this one. Though last time around, though, over in Granada, it was a 2-1 win for the hosts. Goodness gracious me, back in December 2021. But the odds here, 15-4 is your host here, 14-5 is the draw, and 10-7 on is, of course, your Atletico Madrid. 2-0 win for the visitors here. 3 points in the bag and making a move for that top 4. Once again, Valencia up against Atletico and Bilbao, of course, coming at you this coming Saturday. Now, these two sides, again, have played each other 66 times in 1983. 26 wins for Valencia, 19 wins for Bilbao, and 21 draws. Heading into this one, Valencia, though, 5-1 win, the biggest, scoring 94 goals in 66 games, 1.42 goals a game heading into this one. Bilbao, on the flip side, 5-1 win, the biggest, scoring 79 goals in 66 matches, 1.20 goals a game on average. Of course, both sides on red-hot to trot form right now. Bilbao on 92% form, winning 5 on the bounce. They are 3rd, 41 points on the board right now, up against the Valencia side. 4 wins on the spin for them, 75% form. They are 8th in the table and looking A-OK as well. Last time around, though, over in Valencia, it was a 2-1 win for Bilbao back in February 2023. They also played each other back in October in Bilbao, and it was a 2-2 draw back then. So Bilbao unbeaten against them over the last 5, picking up 3 wins and a couple of draws. And the odds here for this one, we are looking at, what are we looking at here? We're looking at Valencia 12-5 for the victory, 23-20 is your Bilbao, and 23-10 is the draw. Tight, airtight. Once again, going to go with a 2-2 draw on this one. Point split right down the middle once again. Celta Vigo taking on my boys, Real Sociedad, coming at you at the Municipal de Palacios, of course. Played each other 58 times in 1983, 17 wins for Celta Vigo, 21 wins for Sociedad, and there's been 20 draws between the two sides. Celta Vigo, though, 4-1 win, their biggest, scored 81 goals in 58 games, 1.40 goals a game on average. Sociedad, though, 41 win, the biggest, 87 goals scored in 58 games, 1.50 goals a game on average heading into this one. Sociedad, though, just 1 win the last 6, bit of ropey-dopey kind of form right now. They are 6th in the table with 32 points on the board. Up against Celta Vigo side, also on good bit of form right now, 67% form for them, just 1 defeat in the last 6, 16th with 17 points on the board at the moment for Rafa Benitez's lads. Last time around, though, over at the Municipal de Palacios, it was a 2-1 win for Sociedad, who are unbeaten against Celta Vigo over the last 6, picking up 4 wins and a couple of draws as well. The odds, though, for this one, we're looking at Celta Vigo 2-1 for the victory, 6-4 is your Sociedad, 2-1 is also the draw on this one. Going to go with the away side here, back my boys, 2-1 win for them, 3 points in the bag, and we'll see if I'm right or wrong. Osasuna up against Getafe, of course, that's going into Sunday's games on the 21st of January. Now, these two sides have played each other 37 times since 1999. We've got 8 wins for Osasuna, 16 wins for Getafe, 13 draws, of course. Osasuna, 5-2 win, the biggest, scoring 27 goals in 37 matches, 0.73 goals a game heading into this one, though. Getafe, though, 4-0 win, their biggest, 42 goals scored in 37 games, 1.14 goals a game heading into this one. Getafe, though, 75% form for them right now, just 1 defeat the last 6. They are 10th in the table with 26 points on the board, up against Osasuna, who are 12th right now, 22 points on the board, 58% form for them heading into this one. Last time around, though, over in Osasuna, it was a 2-0 win for Getafe back in September 2022. They also played each other this season in September back in Getafe. Of course, it was a 3-2 win for Getafe back then. So we'll see if they can make it a double. 6-5 is your Osasuna here. 11-4 is your away win. 2-1, of course, is your draw here. Tight again. Going to go with the Osasunans here with a big victory at home to maybe right the wrong from earlier in the season. Kicking on forward, though, big boys, Real Madrid are back. They're up against Almeria on Sunday, January the 21st. Now, they have played each other 15 times since the year 2007. 12 wins for Madrid. That's Real Madrid, of course. 1 win for Almeria. There's been 2 draws, of course. The biggest win for Real Madrid, 8-1 win. They got 47 goals in those 15 games, 3.13 goals a game on average, though. Almeria on the flip side, 2-0 win, the biggest, 14 goals scored in 15 games, 0.93 goals a game heading into this one. 17% form, though, Almeria at the moment without a win in the last 10. Of course, 20th in the table with just 6 points all season. Real Madrid, though, 6 wins on the bounce, 100% form for them, looking A-OK. Second in the table, though, 48 points on the board right now. Last time around, though, over at the Bernabeu, it was a 4-2 win for Real Madrid, of course, and these two sides did meet in Almeria Almeria back in match number 2, and it was a 3-1 win for Real Madrid. So Real Madrid looking to add another goal, another win to the tally here. 6-1 on for the victory. They are favoured here. 7-1 is the draw, and 12-1 is your long shots. That's, of course, Almeria here. 3-0 win for the hosts here, taking the 3 points, and again, closing in on top spot. That's right, Real Betis up against Barcelona. A bit of a zing-zong affair here on Sunday, January the 21st. Now, these two sides have played each other 56 times in 1984. 10 wins for Real Betis, 37 wins for Barcelona, 9 draws, of course. The biggest win for the hosts here, 3-0 win. They got 72 goals in 56 games, 1.29 goals a game heading into this one. Barcelona, though, 5-0 win, the biggest, 157 goals scored in 56 games, 2.80 goals a game heading into this one. Barcelona, though, 67% form for them right now, winning 4 of the last 6. They are 4th with 41 points on the board. I think it's a Real Betis side, just 1 win in 6 games, 33% form. They are 7th with 31 points on the board at the moment. Last time around, though, over at the Benito Villamarín, it was a 2-1 win for Barcelona back in February 2023. Now, these two sides did meet in Barcelona back in match number 5. It was a 5-0 demolition job for Barcelona, who, of course, looking to add to that tally this weekend as well. 16-5 is your Real Betis, 5-4 on is, of course, your Barcelona, and 14-5 is, of course, the draw here. I am going to go with that. Going to go with the 2-2 draw here. Point split right down the middle. What do you think about that one? Let me know your thoughts down below. Girona, of course, the table toppers at the moment, taking on Sevilla. Of course, a bit of a zing-zong affair this coming weekend on the 21st of Jan as well. That's a Sunday. Played each other 8 times to 2012, 4 wins apiece, but there's been no draws between the two sides. Girona, though, 2-0 win, the biggest, scoring 7 goals in those 8 games, 0.88 goals a game on average. Sevilla, identical the record there with a 2-0 win, 7 goals scored, 0.88 goals a game on average. Sevilla, though, 33% form for them right now, just 2 wins of the last 6. They are 17th with 16 points on the board. Girona top the table with 83% form for them, winning 4 of the last 6 games. Last time around, though, over in Girona, it was a 2-1 win for Girona back in January 2023. Now, these two sides did meet in Sevilla back in August, and it was a 2-1 win for Girona as well, who have won 4 on the bounce against Sevilla and looking to make it 5 with this weekend's action. 10-7 on is your Girona, 3-1 is the draw, 7-2 is your away win. Of course, we are backing Girona to make it another 3 points, and again, keeping the Girona alive for a La Liga title for the first time ever. I don't know. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Meanwhile, we wrap it all up with Villarreal up against Mallorca, of course, coming out on Saturday, January the 20th. Now, these two sides have played each other 35 times since 1997. Got 15 wins for Villarreal, 11 wins for Mallorca, 9 draws, of course. The biggest win for the hosts here, 3-0 win. They got 42 goals in those 35 games, 1.20 goals a game, heading on average. Meanwhile, Mallorca on 4-0 win, the biggest, 40 goals scored in 35 games, 1.14 goals a game, heading into this one. Mallorca, though, in 14th right now, 19 points on the board, 67% form for them heading into this one. Just 1 defeat of the last 6. Villarreal, though, 3 defeats on the bounce, 33% form. They are 15th with just 19 points as well. Last time around, though, over in Villarreal, it was a 2-0 win for Mallorca way back in November 2022. And again, these two sides did meet in match number 2 back in August. It was a 1-0 win for Villarreal indeed. Now, the odds for this one, we're looking at it, of course, Villarreal 21-20 for the victory, 5-2 is the draw, and 5-2 is also your away win here. Back in Villarreal here, even though their form is absolutely shocking, going to give them the win, 3 points in the bag, and of course, moving their chains as well. That's, of course, my predictions. Make sure you get your own picks in with the Super Brew. We'll bring you an update very, very soon. But if I am right with my picks, this is what the table will look like heading into the next weekend's matches. Of course, Girona top the table with Real Madrid in 2nd spot, Bilbao in 3rd, and Barcelona in 4th. Going down, Cadiz, Granada, and Almeria. But that's, of course, just my picks. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. We'll see you soon again when we come back again for the next round of matches over in La Liga.